This is Apostle Shirley McKenzie. Today I want to deal with you about a very delicate subject, but a very important subject, a very time-wise subject. And it is in the form of a question. The question is, are you making wise investments or dead-end decisions? That's the question today. It is a thought-provoking question. Regarding decisions that you are making in your life, investments that you are making in your life, with relationships, your finances, your careers, your health, your lifestyles. What kind of investments are you making? What kind of decisions are you making? As an apostle, I deal with a lot of people from different walks of life, in ministry, on a personal level. So many people who are having so many issues, so many people going through things they really shouldn't be going through. They don't have to go through, but they're going through because the investments they've made are not wise. They're not smart. They're not beneficial, but they've made dead decisions that have left them homeless, that have left them sick, that have left them broke, that have left them divorced, that have left them with diseases that they can't get rid of, that have left them in predicaments that they should not be in. And we all make decisions that we should make. We all make investments that we should make, but it comes to a point in our life when we've been challenged, or it's been made known to us what our problems are, what our situations are, then we ought to make an effort to try to resolve what is wrong in our lives, instead of making excuses and keep saying, I'm like this because somebody did this. I do this because that happened. So it's time to make a wise decision. It's time to make a wise investment today. It's time to make a wise investment in your future. Make a wise investment when it comes to the plan that God has for your life, the purpose that God has for your life, and stop making excuses as to why you are the way you are. Jesus gave this scenario, this parable, if you will, in Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 through 27, in the Amplified Bible, and I'm going to read it. And it says, "So everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them will be like a wise man." Look, he said, everyone that hears these words of mine. This is Jesus talking. So when we hear his words, this is what happens, it says. And then he said, he hears but acts on them. And acts on them will be like a man, farsighted, meaning practical and sensible man, who sees things ahead of time, who built his house on the rock. And the rain fell, and the floods and torrents came, and the winds blew and slammed against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had been founded on a rock. That was a solid foundation. That's what that meant. Then it says, and everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them. So somebody who's listening today, you have a choice to make today. You can make a wise investment in your future, in the plan and purpose that God has for your life, or you can continue to make dead-end decisions. So he says, and everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish, meaning stupid man, who built his house on the sand, and the rain fell, and the floods and the torrents came, and the winds blew and slammed against that house, and it fell. And great and complete, and that was it. Great and complete was its fall. That's a dead-end decision, because it made a decision not to be wise, but a decision to be foolish and not heed to the words of God, but make foolish decisions from their emotions, from their lack of knowledge, from what other people said who weren't wise. And so you make foolish decisions. When you make bad and dead-end decisions, they lead to a great fall. So I'm saying all of this today, and I have more scriptures. I pray that you listen, because this is a valuable lesson to learn on today. So let me say this: when it comes to relationships, making investments with relationships, you do know that if you are a woman or a man and you go into a relationship without first assessing the cost, seeing how it's going to benefit you before you go into the relationship, seeing if it is advantage for you, if it is beneficial for you, and look, not just for your flesh, but for the will of God and for the plan of God for your life. Before you go into the relationship, say, okay, step back, woman, man, step back and say, okay, first of all, you need to seek God's plan. God, what it is that you want me? Is this man marriage material? Is this woman marriage material? Why am I getting into this relationship? Is it just for